lawyers told me that it would probably affect my financial aid, and it actually did.
This is Keaton Law, and he is just like any other college student, except one night of fun turned into a year of trouble.
I was driving a car home from a party, and a couple of kids in the back had some marijuana on them. They didn't want to claim their own drugs, and so the cop arrested me.
Another alcohol or drug-related incident that has to be reported to campus. According to the College Board, there are about 77% of students who receive some sort of financial aid assistance. Many students know that if you're arrested, that could affect your financial aid.
I actually didn't know until my attorney told me, though. I never knew that before. I got MIP down in St. Simon's during the Georgia-Florida weekend. I was underage.
There's been a steady rise from 2017 to 2018 in the number of alcohol and drug-related violations at UGA. With an increase in violations, how many students on financial aid are being affected? I spoke to the University of Georgia's financial aid office, and in an email response, they stated that answering yes to this question may impact a student's eligibility to receive federal student aid. The criteria for losing your financial aid requires you to be convicted and occur while you're receiving federal student aid. Students are to self-identify if they were convicted, not arrested. They close by saying, "Our office is only aware of a handful of students who have answered yes to this question."
Ended up not being able to have financial aid at all because of the arrest, and I had to go back home and work to make some money to actually come back to school.
If someone gets arrested, that's already trouble enough that they have to deal with. I don't really feel like they should be impacting your school life as well,
According to the federal student aid website, you can regain eligibility by successfully completing an approved drug rehabilitation program or by passing 2 unannounced drug tests administered by an approved drug rehabilitation center.
Not everybody who's arrested for possession of drugs is going to be able to reclaim financial aid or ever be in the situation where they could wait a year, come back, and claim that financial aid. So, I'm appreciative of it, but also I recognize that not everyone has this opportunity, and it shouldn't ever ruin someone's opportunity for education. And just the idea that it could have almost ruined mine it's a lot.
To go through the trouble of getting arrested, while it may have been their fault, it's still a trouble to get through. And then to have to then start worrying about paying for school, I feel like that's just sending people down the wrong path rather than, keeping them in school. Yeah.
For now, Keaton just wants to study and play with his dog. This is Takunda Mafundikwa, senior at the Grady School of Journalism.